Bill Gates really knows how to put it down. Welcome back, extra beautiful, extra amazing human beings. This is Luke Rudowski of WeAreChange.org. A lot of very important news to get into today, as of course all eyes are on Bill Gates after the announcement that he will be getting divorced. What's going to be the future of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Could this be a move to protect his assets because of the fear of larger economic concerns? Well, we're going to get into that plus a lot more in this independent media broadcast. There's also some very good news coming out of Florida and more concerning news surrounding the associate of one of Bill Gates's closest friend. We're going to get into that plus a lot more, but before we do, the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast is by another frog who only has 4.15 thousand subscribers. The full video that we played a small clip from will, of course, be in the description below, and it is absolutely brilliantly edited. So good job, Another Frog. We hope to see more videos from you soon. Now, you may not know this, but under the Biden administration that keeps pandering to the ideas of Black Lives Matter, to a lot of other anti-police sentiments, is actually increasing the flow of military hardware, tools of war, that right now is being sent to police departments all throughout the United States. Yes, Joe Biden, in the first quarter of his presidency, sent nearly $34 million worth of military hardware to local police departments all throughout this country. Since, the establishment does actually believe in firearms and policing, but only when it comes to protecting them. And this is definitely troubling news with the rise of civil unrest here in the United States, as well as police departments all throughout the world enforcing absolute draconian, insane lockdowns, punishing people while allowing rich people to do whatever they want. As many political scientists warn that a lot of these temporary restrictions won't be temporary at all. We have seen people in the United Kingdom and now Finland arrested for citing the Bible. In France, politicians are being charged for posting images about the true reality of war. In Canada, the country is in absolute lockdown and even under specific curfews, which some preliminary scientific data shows are absolutely pointless. While in the United States, there continues to be ridiculous stories of police officers from Texas, from New York, all throughout the country, shutting down children's lemonade stands. But hey, now some of these police officers in the United States will have more military hardware than they did under the Trump presidency. Now, as the current situation here on YouTube becomes more unstable, and even other YouTubers were learning about getting their channels terminated over copyright disputes from a channel that stole the original channel's content, and whether it's from Google becoming more political or technical glitches, it's important more than ever that you sign up on our free email list, which is available in the top right-hand corner of WeAreChange.org. We have a very convenient link down in the description below. You just click on it, put it in your email, confirm that it was you, and you're able to get up-to-date information that is not controlled by any major tech oligarch. If you are signed up to LukeUncensored.com, this is also the best way to get the videos directly to you when they come out. So all the Luke Uncensored videos are going to be put in the free email list. So if you are signed up on there, that's definitely one way to get notifications. In yesterday's video, we talked about a very important topic surrounding a topic that we cannot discuss here on this platform. This, of course, surrounds the latest news around a medical procedure that the mainstream media, many politicians, and establishment figures want you to take that's enriching a private industry to the tune of billions of dollars. Again, I'm saying too much. We can't talk about it here. LukeUncensored.com, the best way to get uncensored information that you can't get anywhere else. Now, obviously, a lot of people today are talking about the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce, which of course will have huge ramifications, not just on a massive, huge piece of wealth by Bill Gates that he was able to accomplish through, of course, ripping off people's software and putting his name on it, creating an unfinished product with a ton of viruses in there, and for his cutthroat, ruthless business behavior that many described he had. Now, Bill Gates, hilariously and unironically during this time, has also asked for privacy, which is pretty rich coming from him. But obviously, this leaves a lot of questions to Why did this happen? Was it because Bill Gates was doing very dangerous and controversial genetically engineered mosquito research, which recently sent out an unknown number of mosquitoes into the Florida Keys? Was it his proposal to block out the sun by spraying dust particles into the atmosphere? Was it him advocating and pushing for everyone to eat 100% synthetic beef, an industry that of course he is heavily invested in? Or is it the fact that Bill Gates argues for intellectual property for medicines that could be easily given out and help a tremendous amount of poor people, which he refuses to do, which also greatly economically benefits him? Or maybe it's because he warns people about the dangers of ocean levels rising, as of course he buys oceanfront property. Could it be his weird and extensive connection to people like Jeffrey Epstein, which he is still yet to answer a single question about after having multiple meetings and financing projects with the international child trafficker and abuser? Or was it his ties with friends and family members that have very close associations to eugenics projects and population control beliefs? Which reason is it? Well, we don't know. I'm just being facetious here, obviously. Let me know down in the comment section below which reasons you think this actually happened, but it could have been just two different personalities not getting along. A relationship could run its course. And again, it's important to entertain all of these ideas. And it's important to note here that there are a lot of different theories out there. One theory is that Bill Gates was just using Melinda as a way to, quote, look normal to the Kyles and Karens out there. There's other people who are theorizing that Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are getting divorced in order to protect their assets. There's been a lot of speculation around this, as of course also Jeff Bezos had a recent divorce, which people are speculating similar reasons for this happening as well. And many people are theorizing that, of course, the economy will have a major correction soon. This will have a lot of negative effects on not just stocks, but the entire economy. Judges sometimes order the people married to sell off their stocks and split the proceeds from them. And is Bill Gates doing this divorce to protect his assets? Well, we don't know. This is also, by the way, the same man who got into charity to give half of his wealth away and then managed to increase it dramatically after, of course, some select investments, which, according to some in the scientific community, have created the Bill chill and prevented many of his ideas from being scrutinized, since so much of his money is invested in the, quote, scientific community. So even though it is speculation to think about these things that we're discussing right now, it is not out of the realm of possibilities, especially with the way that Bill Gates has been moving around his money. And there's been a lot of sneaky moves made by him that definitely deserve to be looked into and questioned, to say the least, and there's less and less people doing that. And again, one of the reasons why this is happening is because he is extremely wealthy and extremely powerful, so a lot of people are afraid to criticize him. And now this man who refuses to help the poor in exchange for profits, as perfectly represented by his recent Sky News interview, is going to have to share his fortune. And whether it's private jets, luxury beachfront property, Da Vinci artworks, futuristic eco mansions, it looks like all of that is on the chopping block since he did not have a prenup. Again, this is one of the richest people in the world. How this divorce will transpire will be extremely interesting, to say the least. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on the legal proceedings, as of course they follow here. The legal paperwork has already been put in. And there's also a big question about the future of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as of course the, quote, charity organization's future is in question, since it may have to be split into two different organizations. And this is a very powerful organization, so to see it split up is definitely going to have some interesting ramifications on a lot of Bill Gates's projects, and who knows how the situation will develop from here, since again the financial implications are not imminently clear here. Now, Bill and Melinda said that they will work together on charitable efforts, but it depends to see if this will get into a messy divorce. If so, that's going to be very hard to do, and if it's not a messy one, if it's a very easy and clean one, there might be some financial finagling going on that should be worth investigating. Again, lots of memes and lots of jokes about this situation, but this is a pretty serious situation with a lot of implications that we still have yet to even see. Again, a lot of scientists and experts are concerned about the many Bill Gates projects that could have extremely negative consequences on the world. How will this unfold and play out? We, of course, will be keeping a close eye on it. Another story that we're keeping a very close eye on is, of course, the Ghislaine Maxwell case. She was the person connected to one of Bill Gates's close friends, Jeffrey Epstein, and today we are finding out in her criminal court case that should have began in a few days from now is now being postponed under her request all the way up until fall of 2021, as of course she's still being held without bond in a very corrupt jail that is known for abusing its inmates. This, of course, as new charges are being brought against her, and again, this story is extremely important and deserves a lot more attention than it's actually getting. Lots of people are implicated here. The story gets a lot crazier than I could even explain here, and this should be front page news since, of course, it connects so many people, including Bill Gates himself. That's my personal take on it. I look forward to reading through some of your comments about why you think this divorce happened. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys watching and sharing these videos. In today's video, share this video with your favorite grandma. Hey, be like, hey, grandma, you may or may not like Bill Gates, but you should really learn about all the crazy stuff he's up to. Here, check out this video. Grandmas are absolutely the best. Share this wonderful, important information with them, and because you do, I'm still here, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on WeAreChange.org.